And now, The Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Oh, boy. It's Wednesday, and we are live on The Bonfire. Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM, 95. Today, and a slight snafu, Dan Soder had to work a little overtime on the set of Billions. He told me he couldn't leave the show today because they were filming the big finale scene where the alien overlord finally comes down, exposes himself as being inside Paul Giamatti's body. And then Axe takes his own life. Ba-bom. I don't know if any of that's true. So, in a scramble, we had to find somebody to come in and co-host with me today, because God knows I can't sit here and just talk to the walls. You think White Lou's giving me nothing. He's going to talk to me in all sound drops.
No help.
So, who happens to be in town this weekend, because he will be headlining the Stress Factory in New Brunswick, New Jersey this whole weekend. Our good friend Nate Bargatze is here, everybody. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a procession of tiny clown cars.
Yeah.
I got excited for you. Buddy, I'm so excited to have you here.
I know, I'm excited too, man. I'm glad to be on here without the dead weight of Dan Soder.
Not talent-wise, he just happens to be very dead weight.
Yeah.
He lays heavy.
He shake his hand, it's that limp hand.
He's a lot denser than you think. Nate, I'm happy you're here today. I know this is a story I think you'll laugh at a lot. Last night, I did the Ron Bennington Thanksgiving extravaganza, which I've done several times before. It's always one of my favorite things to do in New York City. It's so great. Ron is so gracious to his guests and all of his fans and friends, and he makes us all a part of it. And he does this big blowout show. And we did it. It was a newlywed game between us and it was me and Soder versus Rich Bonney and Artie and Anthony and Sam and Jim. And they did a whole thing. We had fun with that. They did some street jokes things. Chip Chipperson made an appearance. And then at the end of it, the big surprise reveal was they're going, hey, everyone, you enjoy the show? We were able to fly in, and we have, as a surprise special thing for you, the goddamn Comedy Jam is here. And we did a Comedy Jam. And I started the show where I did a costume change, where I put on a country western shirt, leather cowboy hat, sunglasses. Came out my Moon Tower attire, Jacob. Came out, and that started behind the curtain with the band, and he goes, the goddamn Comedy Jam. And that curtain started going up, and they started doing the beginning of my song, which I did. We're an American band. So cool. And I turned around, and I'm just having this moment. I look out there, and I go, energy feels a little low, but it's okay. I just started. And I come in and just start kicking the song, on the road for 40 days. And I'm like nailing it. A line or two in, I'm like drilling it. I'm killing this song. And I just look up, and just the crowd, which I love. They were a great crowd. Just for whatever reason, this particular situation puzzled them. They were puzzled by what was happening, it looked like. So I'm giving it all with that's exactly how I look.
You look good.
I'll come out there with I'm nailing this song and the crowd is giving borderline nothing. And I'm really going like, I feel like it's the most I've ever committed to it. I've done the Comedy Jam a bunch of times, but usually I just kind of go dressed in whatever I'm wearing. Yeah. I sing my song, hopefully good, and everyone sings along. I try to pick songs that everyone knows and enjoys and sings along with.
You're stepping up a notch this time.
And this time I'm putting on shades and I'm doing the whole thing.
You had to hurry to go get changed.
I had to hurry to go get changed. They knocked me out of the game early, almost with the idea. It's like, it's good though, because
you need to go
get ready.
You need to get ready.
Yeah, and this intro, I've also never been a part of the intro where it just opens up with a band. That's a dream thing. You know, the curtain opens and you're there with the band. And in the morning, I came in here, afternoon, about 2 p.m., I came here to Sirius to practice. Is that me last night? Uh-huh. Can you hear it at all? Living it.
Yeah. They're clapping.
Yeah, you see 8 hands clapping. It's 1,000 people there. There's so many people there, and and I bombarded them. Now, when we practiced this at 2 p.m. yesterday, here in the Sirius XM studios, I remember saying to Josh Adam Myers, the guy who makes the Comedy Jam, we did the song, we ran through it once, we were all like, that was awesome, man, that was fun, that was really good. And we go, you know what? I go, this is a Bennington crowd, and they're going to be so into this. They're going to be so over the top into this that we got to do a part of the song where the music drops out, and it's just, everyone's singing along a cappella. Bringing that up, never even wrapping my brain around the idea that can go weird or wrong. And I don't know if they have that part in the song, Christine, when the thing dies out, and I'm like, everybody! And it just dies, and it's me and the 3 guys on stage clapping. And just distinctly, the only people singing along are the 3 guys behind. I'm looking at the crowd, I'm like, so I'm doing that like, we're an American band. Come on, New York! We're an American band. You can do better than that! We're coming to your town. You got this! What? One time I even I gave him the microphone. Zilch! Zilch!
We're a New York band. You changed it, and they still nothing.
And they were so, and when it was over, it's this big hard, like, doon, glump. And it's like, this dead silence, and I'm like, Josh Adam Myers, everybody. And I had to introduce him. And I felt like such a queen.
Did they ever get on board? Like, I think, are they just surprised? Like, I'd imagine these people just didn't know what it was.
They never dove 100% into it. Dude, at the end, Josh Adam Myers looks at me with this look of like, here goes nothing, dude. And just trusted this crowd who has not really been like, by the way, I don't think they weren't enjoying it. I don't even want to paint that picture. I said, these are a good crowd. They just like sat and Bennington's crowd tends to be like these people like in their 40s and shit, and like, people who work, they listen at work, you know what I mean? It's the timing of radio and the way radio is. Sometimes it's not very, they're not going to be like, bumping into each other and pumping their fists. They're more just kind of like, oh, nice, a music show. You know what I mean? And so I don't think they weren't enjoying it. They just weren't giving anything, really. And that's at a rock show. It's what you need is that. But Josh looked at me with this look of like, here goes nothing, dude. And just stage dove into the audience. And thank God. I've never seen this before. He stage dove when you're supposed to land on like a sea of hands. A guy just caught him. Like a princess just fell into him. Yeah. He just held him. That's it. And then they like hoisted him back up to the crowd. And then reluctantly, he almost fell. It was so hard to watch. Like, no. Okay. He almost, and just like to give such energy. And then they brought out, Chris Barron, the lead singer of the Spin Doctors, to sing his song. 1, 2, Prince Deal before you. Let's go ahead now. He came out. They were just like, oh, neat. Like the girl was like, oh, that guy. Look at that. Yeah. Like they were just.
Was everybody pretty aware that like there was like bad? Like, I mean, is it like everybody before they go out, they're like, this is not good. This isn't good.
It was very short, so I don't know. I didn't even get a chance. Like in the limited time I was backstage after my thing, everyone just kind of went. By the time before I knew it was like we're doing the finale now. Yeah, and we all went out and did "Sweet Child of Mine." Dude, it was just so goddamn fun. It's just like the lack of rock and roll in that audience was just. And it was said they were great. It was packed. And they laughed, man. They were such a great audience for everything.
There's nothing I love more than commitment to an audience that doesn't want the commitment. Like the.
Oh yeah. Humor.
As far as humor is like, it reminds me of when you do your pants down and you can tell the audience is.
Yeah, the pale. I always had the story about, this kid. I believe he passed away, Sean McLean, who did it. He put on dress pants, one time and did it at college with Keith Robinson. Some joke where he ends up on the floor. He's talking about dancing with chicks now. It's like sex. And he's like, oh, damn. Oh, you working it, baby girl. You working it. Oh, somebody get me a con. I just went through this whole kind of thing. And it did well, usually. Yeah. I'm not doing it justice. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. But, no one laughed, and he's on the floor in dress pants, and he had to get up and like knock dust off his dress pants while he's saying the words. He goes, so that's my thing with dance clubs, man. When you give a joke outro is never a good sign.
That's the end of that joke. And you have to move on to the next thing.
Yeah, it smells like Ben Gay in here. So is that your neck, Christine?
Tiger Balm.
It's in here. It smells crazy.
Really?
Does everybody smell that?
I don't.
Am I having a stroke? Does anybody else taste nickels?
Move your left side of your face.
Smiles.
It's probably on your fingers, Jay. That's why you're getting it so bad.
Yes, everybody, I jack off with Tiger Balm. I'm happy. If I don't feel my dick, it makes me last longer. I get to watch more pornography. Everything feeds itself, okay?
You
to make you feel better about yourself. No, a full commitment to it going haywire. That's why I stopped being very big in any kind of act outs like that. I learned my lesson
much of a risk.
From standing in my underwear and people not laughing. You're like, we're fucked. What are you giggling at?
The person we saw that was in the next studio is not that person.
It wasn't CC DeVille?
No.
Who was it? So, full disclosure, we thought CC DeVille was over here in the studio next to us, and we said, oh, we should go get CC DeVille.
I asked.
And it was...
Jimmy Webb.
Jimmy Webb?
Jimmy Webb.
Oh, Jimmy Webb.
He says he gets that all the time.
Oh, shit, they asked him?
Oh, you asked him?
Well, no.
Oh, wait, did he say, yes, I will come in, and then...
No, I said,
that would've been
can
the
you
worst.
please make sure it is CC DeVille before.
That is
I'm
fucking...
not sure, we think, so if it is, can we please...
By the way, that is so great. I got to him, he's like, hey, Cece, you want to go and do the show? He goes, I'm actually Jimmy Webb. It's like, oh, then we don't want you to come in? He's like, I get that a lot.
Yeah. Just to be the commitment.
You gotta tell me still it's CC DeVille, I believe you.
You could tell me anybody CC DeVille, I'll believe it.
Yeah. Nate's got no point of reference.
I have no,
Jacob, you could have been CC DeVille for all you know.
I could be like, man, CC DeVille. You know, it's been working on Jay's show for a long time.
CC DeVille's been here the whole time. Is this, Talk Dirty to Me, right? This is the banger.
We were talking about the level of commitment. I already love that we did it right here. We went and asked a guy that's not him.
I mean, holy shit.
Yeah. You're telling a story, and as you're telling the story, we're doing what the story is saying, like, commit all the way.
Can we just bring him in and interview him as CC DeVille?
I know who that is, Jay. That's the owner of Trash and Vaudeville.
Jimmy Webb?
Yep.
Did you look that up?
I just looked it up, and I'm reading it. It's the owner of Trash and Vaudeville. That's who he is.
What do you mean you knew that?
I'm saying I know who, like, I was like, is that a rocker? Is that who? And now I'm looking it up, and I'm telling you it's Trash
But
and
why
Vaudeville.
do you know?
It's a business owner?
Yeah.
He's just a business...
Because you look familiar, because I met him before, because he used to hang out on St. Mark's Place all the time.
You used to what?
He looked familiar, because I had seen him before and met him before, because he used to always be on St. Mark's Place. Before they moved.
Why'd you meet him?
You met him
He was just always there, and I used to go to Trash and Vaudeville to walk around. It's right by our house.
And he came out one time, he's like, I'm Jimmy Webb,
No,
I'm
he
the owner of
works
this
there.
fine
He's there. Everybody knows
Sometimes
him.
I'm at Sirius. Sometimes I'm not. But you do see me there. Please stop by and say hello.
And understand, my apologies, I'm not CC DeVille. He owns Trash and Vaudeville, which is a very cool rock and roll clothing store. I've never been able to fit in anything in there.
Your boots are from there.
Yes, my boots are from there. I've been called nothing but a racist for wearing these boots.
That's if he would have sat here, we think he's CC DeVille, so we think the conversation is going to be about that, and then it cuts to, oh yeah, I got some boots from your place, man.
So wait a minute, goes, oh my god, dude, what was the 80s like? Just mansions and pussy and Ferraris? Oh no? Oh, you're not him? He goes, yeah, I got these have held up. I had to take them to the shoemaker once or twice. It's not real leather. I'm not going to make a whole deal about it.
It's not big, but they're great though. They're comfortable.
They're strong boots.
They're strong boots.
They've held up. They've survived the weather. Talk to me. I got to tell you what, speaking of racist boots, I'll tell you, when I take Uber sometimes, I got to start being specific and say to take me down 49th Street. Besides 47th, if you go down 47th Street, and we always end up having to get out because it's just dead stop traffic, so we get out and walk about half of 47th between 5th and 6th Avenue.
Yeah. Do you think the cab's like that?
It's the Diamond District, right? And I'll tell you something, and man, I'm saying this, I'm going to disclaimer this by saying, I myself am Jewish. I understand the Jewish plight.
What?
I understand. Holy shit. I sympathize with the Jewish problems. However, 47th Street, the Diamond District, it sounds and looks like a commercial paid for by the campaign to re-elect Hitler. I mean, it is such propaganda-worthy, horrible Judaism. I mean, every course, but you selling, you buying, you selling. It's like, do I look like a fucking jewel dealer, you psycho? It offends me because I go, he thinks I'm trying to get rid of it, like I'm trying to sell shit to buy crack or something, is what he looks at me.
Is it like trying to scalp tickets? I got diamonds. You need diamonds?
Yeah. It's like, when you're going to ask me to pay $15,000 for something, you shouldn't have to hawk me in from outside.
Yeah.
Hey, buddy, you want to make super expensive purchase?
On a whim?
On a whim? You want to make impulse $20,000 purchase?
Yeah. I just noticed you got out of that cab early. Do you want to spend $15,000?
Dude, it's so... Have you guys walked down there ever? You hate it? Or you have no problem with it?
No, I see your point.
You're like, hey, Uncle Heshy. Hey, Uncle Isaac.
That's how my family makes money.
You have no problem with it.
I don't hang around there. No, I mean, it's like, guys, can you please represent a little?
I don't feel, I mean, it's ridiculous. I feel like a super sexy dude walking through a goddamn gay club. I think they're grabbing my dick constantly trying to get me to look. Lou, nothing on that?
No, I'm not.
They eye you up and see you're not buying or selling?
They know I'm in.
They see it as a walk. He's not buying.
Sorry, my friend, we do not have necklaces made of hemp.
They can tell I ride the bus.
Oh. Do they bother you, Lou? Black Lou?
Not really.
Jeez. Why is it me? Why did they come at me?
Maybe have some jewelry on.
It's not, though. It's not really jewelry. I mean, I have this is like a...
I feel like they think they can talk you into it.
Maybe they can get me to get it involved. I did, one time I bought something for Christine down there, and I mean, it was an unpleasant experience, to say the least, purchasing it. It's like a cool thing, but I mean, they're just like... The original thing I picked, the guy lost in the store. And then got mad at me, and then got mad at me, and I was like, well, he's like, you like anything else? I go, the only thing I like is this, and it was more.
Yeah.
I go, but I said I couldn't really afford to get that one, so I was getting this one, and you told me it was a done deal. And by the way, it's not, none of this is cheap, it's like expensive, but it's like, that was too expensive, the other one, just for my budget, and I was like, I can't, get this, man. And he goes, how about if I give it to you for like a little bit less? I go, you'd have to give it to me for the same price as
the thing you lost.
The thing you lost. Like, I'm like, well, you lost it, dude. I'm just gonna walk out with no sale. And he's just like, he couldn't let that sale go, so he gives me the other one for that price. Oh. By the way, this is how Jewish I am. I couldn't wait to go home and tell Christine the bargain I got on her beautiful thing.
I was so excited.
Yeah. I showed her the price the first 5 minutes. I go, you see that? It's pricey. Costs way more.
Yeah. First thing you gave her was the receipt. And then you gave her
First you gave it to me at the stand and told everybody there how much it cost as you gave it to me.
I really wore it like a badge. But what you got? That guy was so upset about that sale. He called me. Because I had to fill out the insurance thing for it. He called me later that day. He goes, but I think I need you to bring it back. My papa is very upset. He gets so angry. He was just like...
No, he found the other piece, right? And called you, and he was like, I found the one you wanted originally. Bring me back.
Did he find it? Is that what it was?
Yeah. He was like, bring me back the other one.
Nah, man. I'm already home. He's like, come on, it's no fair. I mean, he was whining to me. He was like a kid, like whining to me about like, it's not fair. I'm like, what do you want me to do, dude? I go, looks like the least Jewy of us did the Jewiest thing, made his way. Yeah. You got there, Ishmael. Hey, Chaim. Looks like you're eating shit on this one. He's like, too, sort of Jew.
I love the idea that they think that like, well, I'll just call him and tell him to bring it back. Like, that's like,
I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be right there, dude.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool, man. You know what? I did get a pretty good deal on it, and I thought, this is too good of a deal. So I'm more than happy to come back.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what? I know I'm already home with this. I know I've already presented it to her, but, goes, yeah, fuck it. I'll bring it back.
Dude, but
he was giving me like it's the right thing to do. Like he couldn't believe that I couldn't wrap my head around it was the right thing to do. But I don't know. It's the first time I've ever bought like,
No, I mean, once you leave the store, I mean, dude, the audacity to go just call. I mean, can you, like, that's like an older, that has to be like his older papa going, call him back and tell him, and you're like, where are you from?
He
like,
was
what
furious.
year is this?
Oh, that guy was definitely furious. I mean, if I got change and a place called me that was like in reasonable distance,
Yeah, that's
I'd
so
return
insane.
it.
It's insane if they
I'd give
tracked
it
you
back,
down.
though.
I know, but it would have to be a lot of money. It'd be crazy. It'd still be. I'd give it back, yes, but like the fact that you're calling, that's a lot. Like that's to go. If I sold someone anything, you know, if I sold someone a car and then I personally sell them, then I call them back to say, hey, you know what?
That car's worth more than that.
It's worth more than that. I thought I was going to get another car. That didn't really work out. So,
Yeah.
Can you bring that car back to me? I don't even know. How would you?
It's like, we already signed like a lease, because I'll cross my name off.
Yeah,
it's fine.
it doesn't matter. Just don't turn the paperwork in.
Yeah, just don't give it to him. It's fine.
Paperwork. It's like,
you're the idiot here.
yeah. I don't know why you're yelling at me. Like, you're the dumb one that's, what are you not getting?
He called for like a day or two. Like he called more than once, like trying to really goes, because he would call back and be like, I spoke to my dad about it again, and he was like, no, you got to bring it back. I'm like,
Also,
what
you
is
really liked the new one that you got.
It was great. The only reason I didn't pick that one was I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'll give you the deal about that, because he didn't want me to walk away, because I knew, I said, as soon as I go outside, some other guy's going to shove his fucking asshole in my face. So I'm like, I'll be in another store in 8 seconds.
Yeah.
With the way these guys like come at you. But he wanted that sale so bad, man. He ate like, it was hundreds of dollars. Like, for sure. It was like $100. He had to eat that on that sale. But I saw him before I go, he's like, dude, that's too crazy. It's too crazy, the deal I'm giving you. And I'm like, don't give it to me, dude. Like, I negged him into being like that guy where it's a girl's like, my pussy's good, but you can't have it. You're like, I don't want it. Yeah. She's like, you'd love it though if you had it. You're like, if you say so. Not my, that works much better than being like, come on, please. And I was just winning with that. I was just kind of like, I'll just go somewhere else. There's not a big deal. I go, you lost the thing. I get it. I'm not mad at you. I'm just going to split.
That's insane.
He's like, no, please. The fact that he lost it in a store is crazy.
Yeah.
He showed it to me. We looked at it. At one point he flipped sort of an accusation that I have it on me, and I'm like, dude, and I just rabbit-eared my pockets for him. Like, I don't have it, man. Like, what, like, the
fact that you have a name called Rabbit Ear My Pocket, like that you knew that quick. I've never heard that ever. And you're like, just
that's the Biggie Smalls.
Oh, is that
mouth wide open, his pockets like rabbit ears.
Oh,
yeah.
No,
or they're elephant.
It's
elephant ears if you put your dick out of the zipper.
Oh.
And then it's the elephant ears.
That's fun.
Yeah, dude, I'm teaching you so much today.
I'm learning a lot.
I'm so happy you're here.
I met CC DeVille.
CC DeVille. Jimmy Webb you're now tight friends with? What was he interviewing about?
I don't know.
We don't even know what he was here for. You didn't care to find out either.
No.
What if they go, we're like, how was the Jimmy Webb interview? They're like, no, we did CC DeVille. And, you're like, and he just doesn't tell anybody.
Yeah, so he just goes with it. Cause I had an hour conversation of CC DeVille. I got zilch for Jimmy Webb.
Yeah.
I can give him a mild compliment on these boots I am here wearing.
You can ask him, as the store owner, would he call someone back after they left the store?
Yeah. And I do have some shop owner questions for him. Oh man, I part with those boots a little bit on the cheap, so if you just come back, man, throw me $15 more, I'll be happy.
If that guy called in right now, that'd be great. He's the owner just, hey, I hear you talking about me.
Buddy, come on. I wasn't being a dick. You were the dick. But he did. He treated me like I was the dick.
That's, the idea that they're, so him to accuse you of stealing, to lose it, like it's a remote control at your house. And
I mean, one of those where you're like, I gotta do it when I come back from work. I don't know where this could possibly be. I have to move the bed.
You're checking under the stuff, like stuff you're like, it wouldn't even fit.
Yeah, it's impossible, but I'm gonna look in the oven.
And then to call you afterwards to then say, I'm sure you've already given it to your beloved other one. And, I want you to now bring it back because the deal was too good. Like, I mean, I don't know. That's a way to live a life. If you live a life like that, like you don't, like, you want to talk to that guy, you don't feel like awkward at all, like.
He did not. That is for sure. He did not feel awkward. He was doing like hey buddy, I'm giving you a chance to do the right thing here. And I'm like, I didn't do anything to you. But, it was pretty aggressive. Like he got shitty at a point and I was like, I don't know what you think is going to make me come up there.
Yeah.
And do this.
He's trying all different angles.
By the way, if it breaks, I'm bringing it back to you for the return thing. You know, like I get that like insurance thing you got. I'm like, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Like,
I gotta hope it breaks now. Just for that experience would be unbelievable.
yeah, it's just probably not gonna happen. Christine wears it 3 times a year because she's garbage and never dresses up, and that thing is too fancy for this slut wear.
Yeah.
It's not everyday jewelry.
No, it's not. It is.
It's a nice
thing. Yeah, it would look ridiculous if you wore it every day.
When we go out to do nice things, I wear it.
Oh.
Oh, now I don't take you to do nice things. You know what, bitch? I'll tell you another thing. I want to get, when we get back, Black Lou, did you see the Peter Vesey stuff?
I did not.
You did not, but you know what's going on at all?
No? Please tell me.
Oh, it's going to be great. Peter Vesey is he's a sports writer. I believe was involved in like sports commentating on NBA forever. His son Joe Vesey, a comedian, here in New York City, I believe. He's still here in New York, I think. Very funny kid, but his dad has gotten into some weird Twitter stuff because he's a guy, I think in his 60s, who decided to full on quote a Biggie Smalls lyric in his Twitter. So, we'll come back. This is going to be a pretty fun conversation. We have Nate Bargatze, who's going to be at the Stress Factory tomorrow through Saturday.
Tomorrow through Saturday, yeah.
Tomorrow through Saturday. Make sure you check him out there. For tickets and all of Nate's shows, you can go to natebargatze.com. And, of course, Dan Soder is going to be at Cap City in Austin, Texas, Thursday, November 30th through Saturday, December 2nd. Get your tickets for that and all Dan's shows at dansoder.com. And me, I'm going to be,
do I get to read it?
I'm going to be in Philly.
Do I get to do the, like, you and Soder?
Sure.
And Jay Oakerson will be at Helium in Philadelphia this Thursday through Sunday, November 19th. Get tickets at bigjcomedy.com.
Boom. We'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Yeah, we get hype. We got a phone call, I believe before the last break, that said the crowd, someone unnamed, says the crowd was not prepared to be standing that long. And that is true. It was a long show and they were standing the whole time. So I understand. No, I'm not even
wild.
I'm not in no insult to the crowd at all. I said they were fantastic. I mean, they laughed, man. We had a blast doing the whole show. I just thought when the music, they weren't like ready to like start rocking out really hard. That's nothing.
Well, standing up for that long is,
sucks.
That's when you do shows. You go to a show and you're like, there's no seats and you're like, dude, this isn't good. Like,
your legs go, yeah, it's gotta be something that you're like super hyped about to get a second wind on that. At some point you're like, I want to get off my feet. Like,
no one would think to even say, like, we're going to watch a comedy show, to be like, hey, do they have seats? Like, you wouldn't even think to ask that.
And also, by the way, the Comedy Jam was a surprise, too.
Yeah.
So they found out at the end of standing for 2 hours and being way in, like, hyped. The crowd that was hyped in, to being like, oh, there's another, like, hour of, okay. Like, my feet and legs.
Right before you went out, they go, well, that wasn't that bad. What? And then they start.
Yeah. Oh, wait, a whole other thing.
There's a whole nother, is it not done? They're looking, you see all these old people like holding their watch up to the light, just being like, what time?
Fucking time.
How long is this?
It was such a fun night. And I almost love the story more for being like, just when I never pictured in my head that when I just started the clapping a cappella breakdown, that it would be just, I never even factored in that would just be me going, we're at America. You guys got it.
You guys.
Peter Vesey is a, what are they calling, like a journalist? I mean, I've known of him in the NBA for years, like around us. His NBA column, New York Post NBA columnist. Peter Vesey. There was a fight. Did you see this fight that happened with the Knicks?
Knicks and LeBron. And they rode the subway.
Yeah,
Did you see that too?
And they got trolled, right? There's video of that. I think the subway, like, people like trolled the Cavaliers when they rode the subway. Why did they ride the subway?
Budget cuts.
I mean, it's a weird, like...
Probably to make a video of them riding a subway.
Yeah. But they said it was quicker. They said just with traffic, it was too crazy to get over there. So they were like, it'll be faster to do the subway. Which, I mean, you know, that's a kind of a... It is a thing. Remember Jay-Z did the subway too?
Do they not put him up at, At a hotel near the Garden?
I don't think that. The one that's right next to it, I don't. There's one across the street, but it's a very old hotel.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah. So it's like old and not, like I'm sure these guys stay at like probably St. Regis. Like when I rode in the elevator with LeBron.
Yeah.
During game 2 of this past championship.
Right.
And they were all at the St. Regis. We were there for the Cluster Fest.
Oh, right,
and
right.
Me and Jeselnik, I saw him earlier, and I was like, oh man, these dudes, I was like, this is the Cavs. Like they all, right when I checked in, they all walked by me.
Right.
Kyle Korver, LeBron, Kyrie. I mean, I was like, this is unreal. So the whole weekend, you're just like, please someone get in this elevator with me.
Yeah.
And me and Jeselnik we get on, there's another couple on with us. We go down one floor and LeBron walks in with the guy. He's going to game 2. And he walks in and is like, hey. And then he just he's got his like beats in and he's like just 4 of us are just staring at him in a tiny elevator.
He's like, what's up, fellas? You're like, hey. Go back to Africa. Oh God, I said the wrong thing. I knew I would say the wrong thing. It was the one thing.
I'm really nervous. He's like, what? Yeah. And then he's like, I didn't hear what you said. And you're like, oh, well, I said, and then you explain it to him more.
You have kissable lips.
Yeah.
What?
I
don't know. I gotta go. Peter Vesey talking about the fight between LeBron. Oh, do we have the video of them on the subway?
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Oh, he sounds like Biggie. Who knew?
By the way, I'll tell you what I don't like is him selfie filming himself in the subway and talking. If that was not LeBron James, the guy next to you would be like, dude, please?
Could you?
I'm trying to read a book.
That's what happened is there was a guy that didn't know it was LeBron James and was like, dude, please.
That happens?
Yeah.
In the video?
No, this is a story. I don't think you actually see it in the video.
That would be so fucking great. Hey, buddy. Some of us are going to our jobs.
Yeah,
it's pipe it down.
A comic, James Michael Angelo, a comic and real estate agent.
Transportation this time. Where we at, Kyle?
Train. We had 2 options. 45-minute bus ride.
45-minute bus ride. Or a 6-minute train ride. So we decided to hop on the train with the squad. Hey Shannon, what's up? What's up?
I'll tell you what.
What's squishy? I don't know this dude right here. He tripping. Hey, D-Way. Hey, well, we on this train?
Man, we out here, dog. Hey. We out here.
Hey, does he really not know he's sitting across from Dwayne Wade?
How he moved.
Hey, Brown, chill out.
That's hilarious. And their security is keeping a woman from moving closer. Did you see that?
Hotel, getting ready for the Knicks game tonight. Uninterrupted.
Is uninterrupted like his? Is that his social media?
Why was that dude? So that guy's a comic? That
was so weird. That guy's what's his name?
James Michael Angelo.
Can we look up if he's a comic for real? That's so weird.
Comedian and real estate agent. Well,
it's probably real estate agent mainly.
Yeah, that no one does that. No, I do comedy full time, but it's, I also I dabble in real estate.
Yeah. And I'm also into lawn care. Other people's.
Yeah.
I like to do
comedian and dog walker. I used to walk dog. Comedian and dog walker Nate Bargatze.
Is it the Stand?
Is Lewis hosting? Who?
No, this is a Jeff Lawrence show.
Technically, his comedy's being played on Comedy Central Radio. It's big for him.
Yeah. I had a big cold brew, so I'm extra gay. Extra gay. And that happens to straight guys, too, when they have cold brew. I swear to God.
Oh, he's gay. By the way, I swear to you, my thing, I thought better, but I'm gonna go, what kind of fucking, pecker sniffer isn't excited to be sitting next to LeBron James in some capacity. I'm not big on rooting for. I wouldn't suck LeBron James' dick about it too much because he's not on my team. But you're still have that feeling. You're like, wow, it's LeBron. Oh shit, that's Dwayne. This is crazy. That's crazy.
I mean, LeBron's arguably one of the greatest they'll ever play the game.
Yeah,
it's a once in a lifetime. Person
situation. So I mean, he said he didn't realize it was LeBron James at the time. I guess I get that, but I mean. Even in that scenario, I don't know. His reaction seemed very real estate agent and not very.
What if he's that I I don't see color. Like, it's that much that he, like, even you, like 12 black guys that are 6'10" walk in, and he's like, it doesn't matter who I think you are. I don't want to even think that I think what I think. So I imagine that you are just fellows that are taking the subway with hoods on.
You just come here to assert your authority and make me scared. And I don't like that. That's hilarious. It is a gay guy, though, of course, who would not know who LeBron James is.
I thought he was, I saw some of the video. I didn't hear the clip earlier. And then, so I thought that guy was like I thought he was actually with them. Like, just
he looks like he's in a suit. Yeah, you're like, he's one of the guys.
That's funny for him to be like, this guy's tripping. Like, I mean, like, so there had to be something happened right before that.
Oh, yeah. They farted on him. Yeah. Like, they were really dicks to him before they came in. It's so hilarious.
The Jay-Z
straight guys.
Jay-Z took the subway to his concert once, and there's a video of that when he sat next to an older lady, and she was like, "Who?" She was like, "What?" But once he said
that,
who,
I understand too. But same thing.
But she knew him once he said. But when he walked in, she was like, "I'm sorry, what?" And then she was someone famous. Like, she was like an artist, like an old.
Really?
Yeah. And someone was like, oh, they should know that Jay-Z was sitting next to her, and you're like, well, it's a little, look.
Jay-Z, I'm Dame Judi Dench. Word. What did you find that? We're so in such a spiral here of these subway encounters. We haven't even gotten the Peter Vesey yet.
And Peter Vesey's happy. He's like, keep going.
Yeah, so here's the fight that breaks out between Enes Kanter and LeBron James. Gets broken up pretty quick. Nothing too big a deal.
Nothing crazy.
But Peter Vesey wants to get a little shovey. But it gets weird. And anyway, it's a minimal situation that gets resolved ultimately.
And the guy that sold you the diamonds comes over and gets in LeBron's face.
What you doing? Hit my player.
You should apologize.
You buying? You're selling? Yeah, you said bring it back. So, this fight happens. Peter Vesey, New York Times, NBA reporter. New York Post. That's true. NBA reporter writes, like Kanter is gonna to be intimidated by LeBron. That's a weird way to put that. Guy who stood up to Tayyip Edrigin. Edrigin.
I don't know who it is, so I wouldn't
Me
even
either.
know.
And he goes, imagine him being scared of and literally what's written, and count this with me, asterisk, 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 asterisk. One asterisk too many. Imagine him being scared of an N, 5 asterisks, who breathes the same air as him. Now, he's quoting, for all y'all motherfuckers out of the know, he's straight up quoting some Biggie lyrics from the song Niggas Bleed. We just played it when we came back from break. It's funny that a 75, we found out he was, Jacob?
74.
74-year-old man is quoting Biggie lyrics. Apparently, historically, he's claimed to be a fan of Biggie, and I believe that to some degree he has to be, because this isn't his own words. He's clearly making the joke about with the song.
I don't even know.
Weird. This was going to become, the shit was going to rain down this either way.
I don't even know when the lyric starts. It's not, Biggie's not talking about Tayyip, right?
Imagine him. It's a little bit of it's a little bit of a turn on the words.
Yeah.
Cause he's making it go to the situation, but it's from the lyrics, what he's trying to do. 74 years old, I'm blown away that he did not think better of that. I almost put out a tweet the other day that Christine was just kind of like, people are going to get shitty about it. I go, but I mean, I'm so joking. Like, this is such a joke. And I was going to defend the Comedy Cellar on the kind of the scrutiny they came under recently. And then, sure as shit, like, Christine just looked at it and she was like, I mean, it's going to make someone might get shitty about this. And I was like, and it was one of those days where I'm like, I just don't feel like not that I want, another day I might.
No, I said, how important is this to you?
Yeah,
talk about whatever you want on the show, but Twitter's a scary place. Yeah. It just is. Like, everybody's trying to take you down on Twitter, so what's the point?
It stays up there.
It wasn't it wasn't like a strong enough, like,
you got it. Ari Shafir texted me today, like, a thing. He's like, some tweet. He's like, is that good? And I told him the same. I was like, it's not good enough for like what you might take from it. Like, it needs to be, if you're going to take a lot of heat from it, it needs to be unbelievable. It's
but
just not worth it.
But it doesn't matter. Even the unbelievable one, somebody's going to get angry about.
Yeah,
now,
but at least you can say, but at least it's a great joke. So then that's like, otherwise it just looks like you're just trying to start something for no reason. Because then it's like the joke's not even that good. You don't want the haters to be able to say, well, the joke's not even funny. You want them to be like, the joke is very funny, and then they can get mad.
Of course, yeah.
But you can't deny that the joke's not funny.
There's words too that people will scan for where it's like they're not even looking for the
one
context.
is an N-word with asterisks.
Yeah.
That's
5 asterisks. If he said one less asterisk, it would have been a little more familiar, which would have seemed me. And again, if it makes sense, that might have got him 10% possibly less hatred from this. But it started raining down on him hard, and of course, everybody's a bunch. I like when all the verified accounts on Twitter start turning on you, and that's and you don't know their names, so you know they're like other local, probably sportscasters or whatever, going like, "Whoa, Vesey, what you doing, man?" And just kind of like, "Oh, don't keep like, if you make this a big thing." But what I like so far, what I've read, is that Peter Vesey's like, "Shut up, pussy."
Yeah, your problem, not mine.
Yeah, he literally is like, "Yeah, your problem, not mine." That's what he wrote. Yeah, what did the person write? Never thought I would cringe at someone quoting B.I.G. And it's like, so that's that person not even being shitty.
Yeah.
That's someone making a thing, but I mean, there's plenty comments. This is going to be a problem for you, though. Someone writes, Peter, no. My guy quoted a Biggie lyric, but he did the 6-letter N-word instead of the 5-letter. One which makes it like super extra racist. It's almost like that person who tweeted that gets the joke, sort of, they're saying. But the problem is it just comes down too much, and it's just like, you know.
People are saying he's like lacking like self-awareness of like, maybe you're not the right voice to quote this on the internet.
Yeah, well, it's a weird one for him to do, just because you're like, it doesn't make sense. I mean, unless he's notoriously been known as quoting Notorious B.I.G.
Well, clearly not, yeah.
Like, but if you're throwing it out of the middle of no, you can't just be, you know, like, the Knicks lose tonight, here's the N-word.
Terrible, awful Negro.
Right.
He's retweeting. A lot of people are defending him, too.
If, oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Is this a person defending him? Mm-hmm. If Peter Vesey is a racist, I'm the Pope. If anything, Peter is a cult leader. I'm 56 black, 56%, I guess.
I think he's 56 years old and black.
Wow, I didn't know we were going to hear from the Pope.
I'm 56, black, and been reading. All right, come on. I mean, this is all bullshit.
Reading / watching him for over 45 years.
56, you're black and reading.
So you started, so for over 45 years. So he started when he was 11. When he was 11, he got into Peter Vesey.
Peter Vesey.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm OG
11,
fan.
Yeah.
I'm Peter Vesey OG fan.
Since I was 11 years old, I started getting into him. And you know why I liked him? Because he would use the N-word.
He would go to the hood and play ball when others would not. And look, here's the thing. He doesn't really need, he does need offending, I guess. But it's just like, if you don't make, it's like, just check someone's life stats. I mean, look them up for 5 seconds before you're ready to completely write them off as a race. And that's the problem. If you're saying there's no gauge or anything, like what's, again, the joke I was trying to get the world prepared for my new, transgendered comedian character that I'm bringing out to the world, Waffle Johnson. And it's, Waffle Johnson's my new trans character, which is going to be, well, it's in response to just like that guy, Branham guy. I guess he went on the Cellar podcast yesterday.
Oh, really?
Guy.
Were you there?
No, but I heard the show. I produced it.
You heard the show. So it was it interesting? He admitted he was wrong about something, but he's the guy who came out. He's like a gay comic.
Yeah.
Who came out and just started going right to saying the Cellar is a boys club and no girls. And
I don't agree with that thing, but he is not a bad guy. I know him.
He did a really, really stupid thing.
Yeah.
Like for sure. I
agree with that.
I don't know him at all, but and here's the thing. He doesn't work the Cellar, so he decided to attack it in a vulture.
He doesn't even, he doesn't live here.
No. And so he just goes, no gays, no women, you know, just kind of blanketed it. And
well, you could tell he was trying to use the Cellar as like, you know, whatever, a metaphor for a larger problem in comedy. But the fact of the matter is that with Guy's success, like had he been a New York comic, he would have been working the Cellar.
Yeah.
So it's just like a ridiculous statement and it's unfounded.
What vibe did you get, Lou?
But tell you the truth, I felt bad for Guy at the end of it because Noam and everybody from the Cellar, all the comedians kind of ganged up on him and defended their home.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he did say, look, kudos to him for coming on the show.
Yeah, that was
absolutely.
Took a
but
little
I mean,
balls.
like, he came on the show, I mean, he walked into a situation that he couldn't have wholeheartedly believed anymore.
Right.
I mean, for everything he said, it's just kind of like, that place is crawling with gays. The Cellar? Gay comics? Female comics, for sure.
Lesbian comics? Like,
books by one of the most notorious and beloved, like, people in comedy, Esty.
Managed by women.
Most of Liz, they hire in-house a lot.
Yeah. In fact, a lot of the comedy bookers in the city are women.
Yeah.
A lot of people in comedy positions of power are women. You got Anne, Joanne's now on Netflix. Everyone
Maureen
bounces around. Maureen Tarrant, True TV. These people, so it's just a weird thing to kind of go at and make that claim. And then, but one of the things he said was, about no trans comics either. And it's like, you're looking for such a small percentage of people, let alone finding in that percentage of people who are, because it's such an extreme thing in life to be trans. It is. It's got to be consuming, at least for a majority of your life. Am I gonna get a dick or lose a dick or keep a dick or get fake tits or whatever? It's a lot.
It's a lot to think about.
It's like the major identity.
Hey, you want to go watch a movie? I can't right now. I got a lot of stuff on my mind right now. So,
one moment just saying, it's like in that and going through the process of that. I don't know if they'd have, if until that becomes a more streamlined thing in the world, which I think is happening. There's just not a lot of funny trans people, I'd say.
I don't know who there.
I'm not saying there aren't any. I'm just saying, like,
Eddie is, or kind of. I mean, he's not cross-dresser,
but he'll even tell you he's just like a transvestite or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, say like he could walk into the Cellar and go up in
a fucking heartbeat.
I mean, he could walk into any club in New York City.
Madison Square
Garden. He could sell at a fucking he could sell at an arena probably. Eddie. I don't know about now, but definitely.
No, he can now. But that's it's like there's no. It's like you want to be like, well, who's not getting past? Like, it's like. They can't just go make it up. It was a weird thing to,
most trans personalities like, what are you laughing at, honey? It's like that over the top, trying to act more masculine or more effeminate. Man, I'll tell you what, I watched this entire season of American Horror Story this year, and it's uncomfortable looking at fucking Cher's son, Chaz Bono. And I said, I feel like what's never represented in the world enough, at least like socially or publicly, is like, how about the road that I go, yeah, I think it's fucking weird and eerie and odd that Cher's daughter, Chastity, became a dude named Chaz with a beard and a fucking little stout dude body. And you know what I mean? I think it's bizarre. But I also go, but sure. Do it, of course. And don't not hire him because of what, I don't give a shit. But it's just a weird thing. You can't acknowledge the bizarreness of that. And until you can if you can't do that, how can a crowd ever be comfortable enough to laugh with you on something either? Do you know what I mean? Because whenever you see drag queens, it's always an aggressive, like, you're not prepared for this, are you, bitch? Like you can't handle it, you know what I mean? You can't handle a strong woman with a big bazooms. Boom, boom. Hey, baby. So anyway, I'm introducing, for the sake of comedy, my new oh my god, that's so fucking freaky weird. First of all, we have very similar bodies, me and Chaz Bono. You think I can get...
I wish I could be Chaz Bono's body. I'm trying to.
I wish I can get that surgery to get my titties removed. Because she has a way better dude chest than me. That's so fucking funny. Anyway, my character, trans comic Waffle Johnson, because I don't really know what trans jokes are appropriate, I'm just going to make it an over-the-top racist black comedian impression. So I'm going to make Waffle Johnson going to be a black hack that just fills in the word black with trans, and it's just going to go across the board. So we're going to be like, hey, the white kids got time out when they was kids from getting their ass whooped. Trans motherfucker got their ass whooped hard. Yeah, motherfucker. Oh, you don't want to get caught by the police when you trans in the hood. Come on now. Oh, what you think because I'm trans, I'm a drug dealer? Because I am, motherfucker. Waffle Johnson. Cash for gold, more like cash for this dick. Yeah, Waffle Johnson, trans comic.
Have you seen Waffle Johnson?
Have you guys seen Waffle Johnson?
Waffle
Something
Johnson.
else. I'm going to build the legend of Waffle Johnson, America's first trans comic. Even though there's probably been others. I'm just saying it's the first. Waffle Johnson, America's first trans comic. Let's take our second break and we'll come back with more of this. I think it's an interesting topic. I really do. And we'll take some calls on what people think about this. If people want to call in and chime in. But I just don't know, like, is Peter Vesey, like, I love that he's just rubbing himself out of just kind of going like, you deal with it, man. Who cares?
7-4, man. They don't, I think older guys, you get to that point, what do they care?
But I'm surprised he didn't think better of it. And at the same time, it's like, could this really have to be fucking, like, shouldn't the news be more like, isn't it hilarious that a 74-year-old white dude just quoted Biggie?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that the story?
Be hilarious, and it should be like every retweet should be like, look at this moron. Like, that's so funny. This guy's an idiot. Like, why would you use that? Or something like, not moron, but like just being like, yeah, it's hilarious to be like, you're an old dude. Like, no one's going to think you're going to do this.
I think his son, by the way, I've only known a few people he's dated, but I think he dates like exclusively black chicks. So I don't think it's like a weird. I think it'd be weird bringing his
Biggie
dad.
Smalls. So
Yeah. I'm just saying. So it's like to even like waste time.
He's doing that to make his
this
dad
family?
proud.
Yeah, but it's like, is this family right? It's like if you do any digging on this, you're like, this guy's not a racist. I don't think. Like, listen to the context of it. But I'm telling you. That extra asterisk, man.
It didn't do him any favors.
Huge. That extra asterisk was huge.
It's definitely like, it's wasted energy though to go at him for being racist.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a complete waste of time and energy.
Now you see, tranny, all word now. You know what I'm saying? You can't say the word no more. We had the word, then you took it, got that shit all fucked up, and now we took it back. You know what I'm saying, my tranny? Waffle Johnson! Murdering. We're gonna take our second break. We're hanging out with Nate Bargatze. He's gonna be at the Stress Factory Thursday night through Saturday night. Make sure you get tickets for that at natebargatze.com. And, we'll be right back. It's the Bonfire.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Oh, that's right. Share, everybody. Gypsies and trannies. If you read between the lines, it was always there. It was going to happen at some point. It was always in their lives. We're hanging out with Nate Bargatze. It's the Bonfire, Comedy Central Radio, Sirius XM 95. Guess who's joining us on the phone just when you thought he was too far away to get to us? Dan Soder joins us, everybody. Dan, you there, buddy?
I'm never too far away from you. Ever.
I love you so hard. We're having a fun day here talking, me and Nate. You're still on the set. I was telling everyone today you're filming the scene where the alien warlord comes down and exposes himself as he comes out of Paul Giamatti's body.
Jay, that's ridiculous. Today we filmed the scene where I murder Bobby Axelrod and take over X Capital. Everybody knows.
Whoa.
Bro, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit. You know what? I thought we were on the phone. Can you not put that out on the show?
Yeah. No, you got it. We're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're not on the air. We're just letting you call to get this out of your system before we go back to the
I just want to talk to Nate and Jay real quick and then just wish you guys a good second hour. That's all I was calling in.
You know, we were talking about, Dan's a good person for this, we were talking about people getting their knuckles dirty still, like a Jay-Z and the Cleveland Cavaliers taking the subway. Dan Soder is a big subway guy.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I've been team trained since day one. I live under the train. I take the train. I see people I know on the train. I love the train.
Dan's a tall, confident man because I'll tell you what, thank God, because he carries his entire life with him at all times in a knapsack. So, I mean...
Oh, absolutely. I do the hobo diet. I bring all of my things with me, and I eat what I can kill with my own hands.
Sometimes he goes home, sometimes he doesn't.
Yes, but he just drifts.
Yeah, you know what?
To the drift.
I go, this Thursday is going to be a drifting night.
We see Vecchione sees him and goes, when you get off at your stop, you're on the outside of the train. You're not even in the inside. You're hanging on to the side. It's quicker if you ride on the outside and jump down.
I ride in between the cars.
Oh, so if your hair fly, you just hold on to you just hold on to those poles on the outside.
And are you trying to start a fire the whole time and it won't stop?
Yeah.
How's filming going today?
When anyone walks in between, I go, I didn't murder my wife.
How's the filming going today, buddy?
What can I say? I am fully in character right now. So you're not talking to Dan Soder. You're actually talking to Mafee.
This is Mafee right now?
Yeah, I will come out of character for at least 36 hours. It usually takes a warm bath and some vomiting for me to come out of character.
There he is. There's Dan again.
Yeah.
Just found him.
And then how you know I'm back is my first question is I go, did the 49ers lose again this week? I'm back.
1-9? No way. What?
Yeah, I go,
one?
That's 1-9 team in the NFL.
Oh, look how dashing Dan looks in his TV roles. Look at you next to that Sons of Anarchy girl, I call her. Sons of Anarchy.
Her name's Maggie. She's lovely.
She's lovely.
I wish she was here. I'd put her on the phone. But
really?
I murdered her in the scene, too.
She looks like just tell her she looks like a slob next to you. You let her know that.
You stop it. She's a statuesque goddess.
Yeah, and she looks like a fucking pile of shit next to the fucking model that you are. Look at you.
You are trying to get a soft lip kiss on Monday, aren't you?
Goddamn right I am. I like to let it build. I like to let tension build over the weekend, then we come in and just uncork gay on each other. Ow, my ass hurts.
I asked Jacob to leave real quick. I go, Jacob, can you give me and Jay a second?
Danny, thanks for calling, buddy. Are you done for the day?
Nate, thank you for filling in.
Hey, buddy.
It means the world to me.
Nate's been on fucking fire with impressions. I mean, it's been really nonstop, dude. He does a hillbilly Jim that'll knock your dick in the dirt.
I really didn't know it was Nate at first. I listened to a little bit, and I was like, who is doing that perfect foghorn leghorn?
And he has just nailed it. By the way, guys never stops coming out with new talents. Dan Soder is going to be at Cap City. When, Christine? November. You know this. Say it with me.
30th.
Or slowly bring it up. November 30th through Saturday, December 2nd. Get your tickets for that and all Dan shows at dansoder.com. Dan, thanks for hanging out with us for a little bit, buddy.
I love you guys. And
go back to Hollywood. Go back to your Hollywood friends.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I have to go sign autographs.
Oh, no, dude.
Yeah, they just mob me wherever I go.
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm totally sure they want to hang out with you all the time.
Yeah, and they're all outside.
All right. Have fun, guys.
Later, buddy.
See you, buddy.
Oh, Dan Soder, everybody. How exciting. Who the hell was that?
Who was that?
Who in the fuck was that? We had some fun things that Black Lou sent to me today. I know we wanted to get into some of it. I already forget what it was, but that's more of like a my brain problem than anything else. I'll get to it here in a second. Black Lou, you're so good. Oh, yes, of course. LeAngelo Ball. I'm very excited because the Sixers are playing the Lakers tonight, and that's a big deal where Lonzo Ball, his brother, is playing, and that dad is just so intolerable and funny at the same time.
Yeah.
But he's ridiculous. Do you know what I'm talking about, Jay? So, the Ball father, before we get into this, let's bring up this dad who just, I mean, you can watch examples of him. He's a maniac. Black Lou, you're wildly familiar with what I'm talking about, right?
100%.
I mean, what's his name? LaVar Ball is just, he came out, his son, before his son played a game in the NBA, he made his sneaker cost $500. They didn't even sign with a company. They just fucking made him in their house. Just felt and rubber and some leather.
$500. That's
$500.
So much. Like, I mean, all these.
He's averaging a little over 8 points a game. $500.
The sales of the shoe could honestly be like $1,500. Like, I mean, and that's like 3 shoes.
Yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, this is, I mean, he made a claim that he could beat Michael Jordan one-on-one, but he just yaps. But he's just such a good guy. I mean, he looks like he used to be like you tell a story about him like he was Teddy Pendergrass's best friend or something like that. It's just some weird story. He's in that old school swagger. Who the hell y'all telling me I can't do what I says I can do?
He came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere. Like that's a guy that was like truly like not famous, then the most famous.
Do
like
you have,
just one day.
Christine, do you have Keenan doing him on Weekend Update this week? And he's so good because
he does good, yeah.
But the real, the real guy, he'll tell you almost that his sons can fly. He says they're all going to be UCLA graduate, not graduates, but you're going to go through UCLA en route to being Los Angeles Lakers, and he just believes that to be the case.
I mean, the fact that I like Lonzo Ball. Like Lonzo Ball's been fun to watch. I mean, I watch summer games because of this.
Of course, me too. Yeah,
like you never watch summer games.
Is this it? I mean,
Michael
this. Yeah, that's Michael Che. I know. He doesn't look like LaVar Ball, but you know what I'm saying. Sort of looks like LaVar Ball.
Season is 2 weeks in, and the Los Angeles Lakers are off to a good but not great start, led by rookie Lonzo Ball. Here to give his take is Lonzo's outspoken father, LaVar Ball.
How you doing, Michael? I told you it would happen. The Lakers are the best team ever. Never lost.
They're not the best team ever. They're only 5-7. And you already promised that Lonzo would be bigger than Kobe Bryant?
You're damn right.
Lonzo is averaging just over 8 points a game. I mean, that's not bad, but that's not up to the level of Kobe Bryant.
Talk to me about no Kobe Bryant. My offspring is going to rule the world. Just look at me. I am a giant.
All right.
Full head of hair. 12 fingers. I can pull a tractor trailer 20 miles over a mountain using only my junk. And I'm the only man on earth who's ever eaten just one Lay's potato chip.
So you can stop it there, but I mean, like, that's pretty much the...
That's great.
That's how he feels about... that's not far off the actual guy. And how cocky he is. Play that thing about the Michael Jordan thing. Like, give me some volume on that, so you can hear the actual guy is not far off. He just talks he talks like a 70s, like, you know, police informant. Always. Man, you gotta give me something if I want to give you something, Jack.
Kobe or LeBron?
Who did you think was the best?
Guess what the story is now? Who's better, LaVar or Michael Jordan?
Nobody think about no damn LaVar.
Yes, they are. Look at you. Who we talking about?
Think about no LaVar. LaVar? Are you good? Lonzo, yes. Not LaVar.
Lonzo don't want to see me. I'm too big, too strong. One-on-one?
You know what? I'm gonna break the blast.
He's going after his son.
I'm ready for this.
You get him out of control. He now challenges his son. He's like, I don't even know what I'm saying. He's like, Dad, you challenged me. He's like, I don't know. I got carried away out there.
That was nuts.
Yeah, it got crazy.
It got pretty nuts there. But I mean, a guy's saying, I could beat, he's like, one-on-one? Of course I could beat Michael Jordan now. I'm too strong, too fast.
You know, there's someone, his son, it all starts with La. Like, it's always like La and then just say letters, and that's one of his sons.
Well, the thing is, you can literally do that with any regular, like, basic name and make it a black name. You can do it.
What?
Like, John's not a black name necessarily, but La John is.
Oh. Yeah. La Jim? What about La Jim?
Yeah. I mean, your black name. I mean, you're La Nate, La Jacob, La Lou.
La. And then you call him La for short.
La Jason, for sure. For sure, that could work.
La John is...
La John?
La John is...
It works good. But he believes his kids are fantastic.
But you know what? One of his sons made a great point where they were like, with like black fathers, they're like, well, now you're mad at this guy for being too into his sons.
Of course, yeah.
And then you're like, that's a pretty good point. Like that kind of like, you know, like what?
No, it's a great point. It's a really great point. This guy is super involved in his kids.
Yeah.
But he's stealing their spotlight a little bit, which is kind of annoying.
How does he have money? Does he? Like
he doesn't. He's got money now. You got to see this guy. I watched a video of him showing off his house now that I guess they all just live in together, all weird. But it's a crazy. I mean, it's like he's like,
and they told him
80,000 square feet.
They told him he couldn't paint it some way because of like the HOA, and he just painted it his own way. And he goes, "Then tell him to come tell me not to." And like he's an HOA nightmare. Like,
oh man, can you imagine that? Cut my lawn 1 part long, 1 part short.
Big ball of brand status. All the stuff up in here.
I don't have my lights turned on yet, but I'm gonna get those turned on.
We reinventing here, man. We got stuff to go to the side. All right, let's from the dining room into the hallway.
You should never go like this. This is the chef quarters, motherfucker. That should never be followed by that.
Is he in an elevator?
He's in an elevator, 3-floor elevator in the house.
I have a place like this. You just couldn't wait.
It can't be him really making his son like have to live with him. You can't go play in the NBA and then go crush some NBA pussy and then go back. It's like, we gotta be quiet because my dad sleeps.
All right, I don't think he has to say it. You'd be like, we can be loud. My dad likes it if we're loud.
My dad's super into it.
My dad's gonna be in the room if you're cool with that. Like, I don't know. Like
after Lonzo Ball comes in your stomach, all you hear from a different room is like, Oh, that's my boy.
LaVar Ball's filing all the NDAs and consent agreements as the girls walk in.
All right, baby girl. Oh, you founding a motherfucker. Oh, Lonzo gonna tear that pussy up. If you could just sign here, and the date, and the initials, and you're gonna bring it back with gas, and bring... But let's go. LeAngelo Ball, his other son.
The only reason you know
UCLA.
Because the other one, his youngest, Lonzo, and then the youngest son that's about to go to college, he's in high school. He's homeschooling or something. Those are the two I've only heard of.
Oh my God.
This is the first I've heard about the middle one.
Getting homeschooled by LaVar Ball is going to be hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
What's about George Washington? George Washington was a pussy.
He's got crazy views when he goes to real college afterward.
Yeah, he's like, I heard George Washington was a pussy.
Yeah.
LeAngelo Ball, his brother. Now, the story itself, though, is that they were in China. Him and a few other UCLA players were in China, and they shoplifted. Right? Did we ever find out what they shoplifted? Because where this goes is great.
I believe it was sunglasses that they tried to steal.
Like
very expensive sunglasses. I think it was a Gucci or a Louis Vuitton store.
Louis Vuitton, thank you. It's China, Black Lou. Don't be racist. Black Lou, if you could please not be racist. They stole sunglasses, which is stupid as shit. But, Asian countries, I mean, they'll literally shove bamboo up your ass if you claim something wrong in your taxes or something.
It's not good. You don't want to go to their prison.
Yeah, and I guess Trump helped get them out. Like, he had to call and be like, let our half-blacks go.
Hey, could you let our guys go? Who are they specifically?
I'll tell you what, man,
who they are.
All the Ball children have got, they're maybe the most unsettling-looking half-black, half-white people I've ever seen. That's usually a recipe for a pretty good-looking person. Like a half-black, half-white just seems to work. Even if it's unattractive white and black, the kid somehow pulls through. These kids look like albino white people with black people hair, and it looks like they get a lot of sores on their body. It's just very they're just uncomfortable looking people for sure. And this is where they had to come back and thank Donald Trump. And man, I know this is pissing off Colin Kaepernick's afro's growing right now. He's so pissed at what's happening right here. Please.
I'd like to start off by saying sorry for stealing from the stores in China.
Wait. Rewind it, Lou. Get that clean.
Just in general.
Lou, get that clean.
I'd like to start off by saying sorry for stealing from the stores in China.
And I'm sorry, and then I have to make pee pants, so I have to go and do a thing now, and my dad says I have to say sorry to you, so sorry, Mr. So-and-so, and I'll pay you back by watching your car for the next 3 weeks.
It's as if you're saying, you had to go, I'm sorry for stealing from the stores in America. Like the America stores. I went to the America stores and stole American sunglasses. And I shouldn't have stole those American sunglasses.
Yeah, no matter what, you're just giving where it's from.
It's out of the whole country.
I'm sorry I came into your American restaurant, but I stole your Mexican food.
Yeah.
I took only burritos and enchiladas.
I didn't exercise my best judgment, and I was wrong for that. I apologize to my family, my coaches, my teammates, and UCLA for letting so many people down. I also apologize to the people of China for causing them so much trouble.
All Chinese people. This is to the Chinese people. All the Chinese people in the world, I'm sorry.
Shout out to China, the place, and the people. My boss. Sorry for disrupting your lives by taking now it's the self-importance of that.
Yeah.
Sorry that I fucking shook China right to the core with my stealing of sunglasses.
If you started hearing the beginning of this, you would go, what did he do? If you didn't know, and you're like, oh, he stole sunglasses. You're like, what?
Yeah. I know, as an operative, I realized that giving away international secrets compromise my country and my personal freedoms, and I hope that I did not cause any kind of a national disaster. China, my bust.
To be honest,
sorry, I came up rough on this one.
To be honest, these sunglasses didn't even fit that well once I got them out of the store. I should have tried them on before, because then I wouldn't have stole them, because they were smaller, as I am much bigger than a lot of the Chinese people. And I did stand out when I went to that store. We were being watched.
The good news today I found out was that I'm not a horn-rimmed glasses guy. And I'm prepared to tell you that.
It pinched my nose.
Yeah. Aviators, not the look for my head shape. And I know that now. Thank you, China, and sorry again.
Sorry for stealing. Sorry, all of China. I'm sorry for all Chinese people.
I realize that my head is too big for all of your glasses, China. So my apologies for stealing glasses that I was not able to wear.
I shouldn't have stolen your weak sunglasses anyway. And he gets mad at them.
Glasses. Look at these fucking things. They're already broke. Yeah. I can't find a screwdriver for these in America.
However, it's not an excuse for making a really stupid decision.
You shouldn't have been to prison for stealing sunglasses. Like that is kind of crazy too. That you're like, you would maybe have went to prison for stealing sunglasses.
Oh, is this a big hole?
Thank President Trump and the United States government.
Go back. Half-breed.
I'd also like to thank President Trump and the United States government for the help that they provided as well.
And SEAL Team 6.
For all of your brave and valiant efforts. Is that it? Mm-hmm. That was it? Just play it one more time? I want to hear it again. Oh, man, there is like...
I'd also like to thank President Trump and the United States government for the help that they provided as well.
You know what's crazy? President Trump hears that, and anybody in his cabinet hears that, and they did, I guess, whatever they had to do to help get them sent home and not in any kind of trouble. But, like, does Trump, like, how does he live in a world, does he have to blank out the idea that for sure, you know for sure, that this kid, as soon as he goes back to his buddies after this, he's like, I had to go up there, thank Trump and shit, or else they were going to give me, like, you know, a year of weird China prison. Yeah. You know, I was going to have to be eating fucking, like, octopus with sticks.
It's not normal in prison. It's not what you think.
No, so I'm saying, so he's got to come back and thank Trump, but Trump, so does Trump even go, like, you're welcome, young man, I'm glad we were able to get that resolved, and I think you've learned your lesson.
Trump tweeted out that he said, I don't think he'll thank me.
Really?
Yeah, he tweeted out that said, I went and got him out. I'll be surprised if they, like, get me out. Or if they thank me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably the reason they did it.
That's the reason why he had it. I mean, like, they're, you know.
Oh, it's so weird, man. What a weird thing to do. Even when you know, I said before, he's already denounced all of this to his boys. As soon as that press conference was over, it was like 8 phone calls right away. It's like, dudes, don't get shitty with me, man. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to go to any kind of trouble.
The 3 UCLA basketball players will say, thank you, President Trump. They were headed for 10 years in jail. Like, you know what's funny is, like, everybody could have stories about, like, they're like, oh, did you ever steal something when you were a kid? And people are like, oh, yeah, I think I stole some sunglasses one time. And then these guys are like, oh, I did sunglasses one. They're like, oh, I don't know if I want to hear that story. You might want to, because I think the president and the U.S. government.
I mean, honest to God, yeah, but I mean, like, you know, like, the weird rules. Like in China, like, killing a turtle is like equivalent to, like, you know, taking a fucking dump on a Jesus statue here. It's like fucking, you never know. It's always kind of, you know, isn't it like in India, if you kill a cow, it's like, that's it? You might as well, it's a death sentence almost?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's
I don't know.
I've heard
we're not positive the facts on that, but
you know,
I wouldn't. If you're in India, guys, I just say I wouldn't. I'd look into it.
I've never done any research more than just hearing
if you're
the cows
in
are
India
sacred.
right now and you're eye to eye with a cow and you're thinking, if you're listening to this show and thinking about murdering that cow, I would do a little Google search.
Yeah. Do your due diligence
before you
kill it. That cow ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
It's there. It's like, what if it dies of natural causes before I finish reading the article?
These are valid points, but...
Is it punishable? Can you look that up? Is it, will you get, like, the death penalty for killing a cow in India? Because they really do, that's sacred, for sure, right? Cows?
Yes. Yeah.
Cows are a big deal there.
I was going to say, aren't cows sacred? And I was like, no, cows are skinny. And then I'm thinking, no, that's just a shitty ice cream I have to eat. Skinny cow.
It says it's a suggestion and not a law.
That you shouldn't kill cow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, well, then go ahead and go through it, sir.
Oh, yeah. Man, fucking bolt gun that thing right in the head, man. It's only a suggestion. If you don't agree with their suggestion, you're an adult.
We'd rather you not, but...
It'd be cooler if you didn't, but do what you're going to do.
But do what you're going to do.
Why are cows sacred? Like, weren't cows bred to be food? How did that become a sacred
Did you
animal?
say food? F-E-W-D? Food?
Family food?
Aren't they supposed to be food? Are they on Earth to be food?
Yeah, like, aren't they like a designed food animal?
What?
No, you never heard that?
That someone designed cows?
Yeah, like
to be
genetically, I think they were like genetically modified to be food.
What? Is this...
I don't know. I mean,
a lot of times I tell Christina, I go, man, you know what? We're together so much, we have nothing to talk about. And I'm like, and Christine, you never bring anything up. And I think she knows this is what happens when she does. She goes, didn't some guy named Jim make cows for food only? Are you looking it up? Are you going to find that?
Yeah.
Oh, is it going to be, what's your Tumblr page?
Uh-huh.
Has anyone ever heard that before?
No.
Cows are born. Okay. Oh, Jacob just showed in his face, by the way, that he wasn't even fielding the idea of looking into this. I said, Jacob, and he went, no. What? It's moronic to say something like that.
But in the Indian state of Gujarat, they raised the penalty to maximum of life in prison if you killed a cow.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though they were just made by some guy? Isn't it that guy's choice whether you can kill them or not? Christine, if you squint your eyes and get closer to the computer screen, it doesn't mean you're going to find the answer you're looking for.
Horses were made for travel. They thought.
Oh, yeah, I know the guy who made horses. His name's Gus.
Yeah. Have you ever met that guy?
He was a pretty dope dude. You remember that guy who made horses?
That guy was always on time.
I'll tell you one thing about Gus. Always show first one there, last one to leave.
We go, how are you get here so fast? And he goes, I invented a horse.
He goes, what? Can we make a bunch? He's like, I guess.
I guess we can make a lot of them.
I guess we can. Can we eat them? Like, it'll be weird. I mean, you can.
If you want to do the eating route, I also made cows. And I would go down that route because they're better to eat. Because first I started riding cows and it just took forever. And I was like, this is not a good, I kind of messed up. So
when you sit on a cow, it doesn't matter how many times you yell, yeah, they are not going to run. They don't run.
It's just, I didn't give them enough brains.
I made them all burger.
Yeah.
All burger, no brains. Christine, how many web pages in are you looking to something to support your theory?
I'm going to find it. Maybe not today, but I'm going to find it.
You're in the dark web.
I made squirrels to get rid of all these nuts.
Yeah.
Let's take our last break. Yeah, Jacob? And then we'll come back. We're hanging out. Nate Bargatze, my co-host today. It's the Bonfire. We have Paul.
And now, back to the Bonfire with Big J. Oakerson and Dan Soder.
Oh, man. That's how it was meant to be played. I think whoever wrote Old MacDonald, that was his vision.
He always said the first cow's the hardest to make. And then after that, it kind of snowballed.
The first one's the hardest.
The first one. The second one's actually pretty hard, too. That's what he would say. You know what? They always say the first one, the second one, because you really need that second one to get it going. If you want a business of making cows. The first one, first one's an idea. You don't know what's going to happen. Second, you can need that second one, though, if you don't get the second one.
Hey, I got a cow guy. Don't worry.
My uncle invented a cow. Like, if you meet one of his family members.
The ancestry?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He goes, yeah, my guy made cows. No, really? Look at history books. Are there cows before, 1940? I mean, be honest.
Be honest about that.
Do you know
They don't talk about it that much, do they?
Were you there? They don't bring it up. Doesn't come up in writing. Paul in Long Island says he's Indian and can answer our cow questions. It's great. I like to have a cow specialist. Paul, you there?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, buddy? You're on the Bonfire with me and Nate Bargatze. Please end this mystery.
All right, so cows are sacred in India because Hindu is the majority religion. So most people are vegetarian if they're Hindu. And cows are seen as the ultimate vegetarian animal because they only graze on grass. And then on top of that, they're kind enough to give us milk. So it's like, why would you kill an animal that gives us something?
Why would you kill an animal that already goes like, hey, look at me, I'm providing something,
yeah.
please don't murder me
They're
also.
nice enough. Like, can we get some milk? And he's like, all right, man, you can have some milk.
Paul,
like,
are you a vegetarian?
Oh, hell no. I'm American.
You don't give a shit.
Yeah, no.
You're already over. But that is the reason why it seems so sacred. Any argument about who invented the cow?
Yeah.
Christine seems to think that the cows were made by somebody. Do you have any insight into that at all?
As far as I know, no.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think so.
Just here.
And I'll let you know, she's still looking. She's still looking into it. What have you found out?
I can explain also why or where cows are allowed to be killed in India and what the rule is behind that and stuff.
Yeah. What is it?
So in Hindu areas, you can't kill cows, but in states where they're Muslims or Christians, they can kill cows and eat them and do whatever they want with them.
All day, every day. Your girl, just your chick can't show her knees.
So, like, the Hindu...
When the dresses get longer, the cows become less important also.
Can you not even buy a burger, like, where it's, like, Hindu, like...
In India?
In India, the McDonald's has, instead of Big Mac, it's like a big chicken tikka masala burger.
Oh, fuck
they
chickens.
They replace chicken with everything.
Chickens aren't sacred as shit.
I'd love to go to that McDonald's.
Anytime.
They give us eggs, but they eat all kinds of dumb stuff.
But it's not, like, they're not nice about it.
They're not as pleasant and just sit there about it. Paul, thanks for the call, buddy.
No problem.
What a little lesson we got there.
That was a good one. That's actually real answers.
Christine, anything? Because I see you look like you're studying legal papers.
Mm-hmm. You have to, because that's how much they have to draw up when you invent a cow. You have to.
She goes, no, I already found the guy who invented cows. I'm deep in the process of seeing how to make my own cow at this point. Make a cow at home.
That's like people get their own chickens. My brother has chickens.
Does he?
Yeah.
Bert Kreischer has chickens at his house.
Mm-hmm.
Is it to ultimately kill them and eat them?
No, fresh eggs.
Fresh eggs.
But how do you get them to lay eggs that are going to be not babies?
Hey, guys.
You just take them before they can, like, incubate them.
Is that all it is? It's just snatching them right away is the only thing?
It's like abortion.
So you're saying... No, but it's not.
Chicken abortion. It's actually chicken, period.
Yeah. They fucking queef the egg out, and then they sit their hot chicken pussies on the eggs, and that's how they become little... That's when they become little gross little chickens. Has anybody ever opened an egg and found like it happens. Oh, look at those videos. They'll wig you the fuck out. The video of you crack an egg and a fucking baby chicken like, ah!
Hey, you still gotta eat it. And you're like, but I ordered them.
He goes, look, every omelet gets 3 eggs. I'm not leaving this egg out because
Can you imagine if you're that chicken, he comes out like, hey, what's going on? Like, where's my mom?
He's alive.
Is my mom here?
What are you doing? It's cold out here. Yeah. No, they're very much dead, but they're just like grossly dead. It's like just like a partial. Oh, it's so gross. You found it, Christine?
I'm trying to find a video. It's just very gross.
Oh, somebody cracking an egg and just.
Oh, it's a State Farm ad.
A State Farm ad.
Oh, State Farm.
What a long one.
How would you know to film it? I guess you just you have to film.
Maybe when you shake the egg, you just figure, there's something in there.
Get the camera out.
No, this is actually just an egg hatch.
Oh, yeah. No, like an unborn. Like someone cracks an egg and there's a chicken like a dead chicken comes out. Does that not happen? Am I making it up?
I've had 2 yolks. The yellow stuff. I've had 2 of those once.
It was going to be twins, right?
Yeah.
Is that what that means?
I'll try to put them back in.
Fucking Steve and Mark. They were going to be named Steve and Mark. We already had outfits for them picked out. Oh. Nothing, Christine, on that?
No.
See, we have Zach from New Jersey on the phone. Says he thinks he could help your point, Christine, about inventing cows, but I think he's going to say... Well,
I didn't say invented, I said they're
saying.
Bred to be food. So it's like, thousands of years of domestication.
That's not what you said. We have a radio show we record, so we can always go back and show that you said, I'm pretty sure cows were invented for food.
Oh.
I don't know if you meant God was your scientist there.
I have tape of it.
Already?
Yes.
Lou, you're so
We would just like jerk off next to each other on bears or hump each other's legs.
That's not it.
Right. Oh, no, it's the next one.
Oh, wait, here it is.
You want to go back to going down on me for an hour every time we fuck?
No, I don't. Are you saying if I keep disagreeing with this chicken, this cow thing? But you're saying you meant they were bred.
I didn't mean that somebody invented it, it's...
Christine, we went over the question 3 more times after you said it, and you were holding pretty firm.
Look, I was trying to find the article that defended what I'm saying.
You almost had a bit of a thing like, yeah, you fucking idiots, they were invented for food.
Did you type in who invented the cow? Is that in your Google search history?
No.
That's pretty fun. Some of the callers are calling some funny shit. Zach, go ahead. You want to defend Christine's point? Because if you're going to say, I know too, give them hormones and stuff to make them better for food.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I know for bananas specifically, we cultivated them so they're actually more edible. They normally, naturally, just very cottony and pretty shitty to eat. But obviously, you guys are right. I didn't realize that cows are not invented specifically for eating.
Yeah.
What was the bananas?
Yeah, bananas naturally were kind of gross.
And they have seeds all in them.
Yeah, exactly.
And we fixed that. That's the same as a cow. I could say you get that confused between a cow and a banana. You're like, you know what? It was bananas.
Have you ever had a gross, not genetically modified banana? Zach?
What's that?
Have you ever had a gross, weird, unmodified banana?
I've seen it. They're red, I think, instead of any other color.
Yuck! Oh, that sounds weird. I wouldn't eat a red banana. It's like I'm sucking a monkey's dick. A big red monkey dick.
Jay, that's not a red banana.
That's bananas, Christine? We fixed that so it doesn't look like that?
That's
you're right.
You would never do it.
You're right. I would not
That's
call that.
That's a lot of seeds.
They're like, you need potassium. Eat this. I don't want to.
It's too crunchy.
Yeah, it looks gross. Thanks for the call, Zach.
You're welcome.
Chris in Florida says to look up, is that the right spelling? B-A-L-U-T eggs? What is that, Lou?
You just said a certain type of...
It's a what?
Should we answer?
Ooh.
What is it, Ballard? Should we say we should watch it before talking about it?
That egg that's half chicken.
Oh, yeah.
Almost there.
Oh, God. I don't know why I gave the job to Christine to find these dead chickens. She couldn't even find out where cows were invented.
Oh, this is all, I'm getting a bunch of, food in the Philippines. A bunch of duck stuff.
Yeah. It says eating eggs that are almost baby chicks is a Filipino meal, says Kenny in Chicago. Is that what this is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really? Is it going to be... Oh, God, you open the egg yourself? What's wrong with people? No! You can enjoy this with... Oh, it's fucking moving around a little bit. Son of a bitch. You can watch this at the Bonfire SXM if you want to follow along at home. Why would somebody eat this? Why is there a spoon and a plate there? That's not supposed to be... It's supposed to be fucking future murderers in the woods doing this.
Put a little salt in it, alright? You break the membrane.
Oh, God. Are they going to suck it right out?
Insane membrane.
Is this about to happen right now? Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, son of a bitch.
This is crazy.
Oh, Jacob, put your dick away. Jacob, put your dick away, Jacob. God, he will jack it to anything. Oh, fuck me running. Jacob, everyone's got to look at the screen. Come on now.
Oh, God.
Everyone man up.
Oh, God.
Lou, do not use this as an excuse to not look at the screen because you're working the board. Look at the video.
I love chicken.
Oh, fuck. It's got an eye.
It's got an eye.
It's got a beak and an eye.
Looking at me.
Okay, well,
oh, God.
You want my tea? You toast.
Oh, you sucked it out? Oh, come on. You fucking piece of shit. They drank him. They drank him, everybody. Oh, my God, they drank him.
Tastes just like chicken broth. We'll just eat chicken broth then.
Ugh. Oh, they drank the juice out of it. They didn't swallow the thing. Okay, the dead thing's still in there. Oh, thank God. Oh, everyone, thank God. They didn't suck down the dead baby chicken. Is that where it ends? Is that where it ends, Christine, or is there more? Do they end up eating that little fucking weird...
They eat the thing.
Oh,
They do?
Oh.
No.
They had spoons. There's a reason they're spoons.
I accidentally swallowed it while I was trying to drink the rest of the broth. Oh, God. It was small and soft and so easy to swallow. She cleaned it out. Oh, my God. Now, real question. Jacob, is 5 minutes later, do you let this girl suck your dick? What? What happened?
She just ate the rest of it.
Oh, she's eating the shell?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, this girl is good. If this girl doesn't suck your dick, or if she goes, let me know when you're going to come, please, so I can not swallow it, you'd be like, really?
Yeah.
That's the line you draw.
Yeah.
That's the fucking line you draw? Oh, fucking, that is so wretched.
That's crazy.
You shouldn't do that ever.
It looks
I
like
wouldn't. I would never.
Like a painted egg.
I don't know.
Painted egg and
I don't know what the money would have to be for me to attempt that. I would vomit the entire time. I'd be nonstop throwing. Someone's jacking off. I can hear in the distance.
There was no money for when you drank a blended chicken sandwich or turkey sandwich.
I did drink a blended turkey sandwich, and I did throw up after that. I'm not good at that. I'm really that's not my thing. I can't try. Ari Shaffir and those guys went overseas, and they ate all, but it's like chocolate ants and fried crickets and shit, and I'm like, I can't even just chuck them back and do it. Like, I'll puke it right back up. Which is my thought process. Is this more?
This is like feathers.
Oh my God. Oh, this one's already got a name. Oh, well, with the sauce, though. I'm kidding. Oh, you know what? I mean, I guess with the sauce. Chris from Florida, did you tell us to look this up? Are you familiar with this because you've tried it?
No, I would never eat that. I just know about it.
If anyone out there has tried it, please, God, call in. That is... I mean, Chris, you've watched these videos, I assume, right?
Yes, I've seen them.
They just eat a feathered dead bird.
I know. Looks like it's going to fight you back.
Oh, yeah. It looks like it might get pissed and start to fight its way out. Yeah. Holy shit. Chris, thanks for the call, buddy. Thanks for bringing us into my life. Oh, my God. My Spank Bang keyword search has been so overwhelming lately. Balut eggs, anal, big black dick. If anyone's got an experience of eating those, which I guess is what Katie in Chicago is talking about, that this is a Filipino meal. This seems like the Philippines, right, Chris? Is someone going to eat? Is he going to eat this? I'm going to see if he's going to do it. Oh my God, it's got so many feathers. Oh my God, there's already newspaper under him. Someone's keeping him as a pet. Oh yeah, good the parakeet, yes?
He just try to fly away. He's going to grab it. Chickens can't fly though, right?
Oh jeez. Jacob, look.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
This is so gross.
Yeah. Oh. Hey, you guys want to go get some nuggets or tenders after this? Chick-fil-A is right across the street. And honestly, my treat, everybody. Chick-fil-A. Jacob, come on. A nice chicken breast. Don't pluck that one. It'll be different. A nice chicken sandwich. That'll turn you off the chicken. Oh, you know what? Chicken's not presented that way at all, so it's hard to, have it hit you. The same thing, too. Carla, my ex, used to always say that, my thing with food is I don't want to know that it had anything to do with an animal. That's what bothers me. That's that I'm grossed out by that, but it's not that. I mean, I just don't start.
That it had a family?
It doesn't. I don't overthink that. I don't go I don't like steak with bones because it reminds me that it's the skeleton of a cow. I don't. But that doesn't bother me. I don't give a shit. It's just more the texture of all that kind of shit, fat and gristle and all that weird tendony shit. Is why I don't like that. I don't mind that, but I mean...
Do you eat a turkey on Thanksgiving? Because it's the whole body right there on the table.
I do. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't really freak me out. It's more like the shit
if they let the head on, if
the head was there, oh yeah. Or when they give you a fish that's looking at you. Yeah. I hate that too.
Flounder that's half full.
I've never understood that. And the Chinese places do that down in Chinatown. They bring you a fish
that's got
a fucking head on it.
Yeah. I worked with a guy when I worked in a restaurant. This was 20 years ago. He was from Ivory Coast.
Uh-huh.
And they cooked the whole fish for themselves during the lunch break. And he popped out the eyeball and ate it and said, that's where all the power is.
Jesus.
Yeah.
How big was the eyeball?
It was a big fish eyeball.
Oh, my God.
How much did he lift the table up after that? And you're like, whoa.
He goes, that's where all the energy is. And then he went and punched a girl, and he set fire to the building. He was on PCP. Nothing to do with the fish's eye.
That guy came back and said, you shouldn't be eating the eye. That's what.
I mean, that's fucking gross. Did you vomit?
I was nauseated.
Did you eat the rest of the fish?
No, that was the end of my meal.
Yeah. I mean... He's like, grab a fork, man. Something weird in saying that.
He popped it into his hand and then ate it like an M&M.
What is this? A mule's dick. Dig in, bro. I'm not going to finish this. Oh, man, I want to, but...
I'm super... I already ate.
I'm trying to think of the grossest thing I've ever put in my mouth.
I ate alligator.
Yeah.
But that's not
so. If it's good, I guess it's good. I'm saying it where you just couldn't even process it. It just came right back out. And that was, for me, it was a blended turkey sandwich. Was just grotesque.
Yeah.
Just like a turkey hoagie, just onions and everything. And they blended it. And I had to take, and I just like, it touched my lips.
Is that a thing that like someone dared you to do, or is it like a,
yeah,
you go buy this?
It was for like a TV show audition thing that was like sending a tape. It was me and Lewis.
Did you not get it?
No, we did not get it. And I puked so much. I could not get that taste. The smell and the thought of it still makes me retch. I didn't eat turkey sandwiches not blended for a fucking year almost after.
If someone made that up, I wouldn't be surprised. That was a fake audition y'all got sent just to make
That'd be so great.
Yeah.
It was an MTV audition, and you were like 36.
Yeah, well, what was hilarious was, that was probably more the problem. That was 36 showing an MTV show. What's up, guys? You ready for some rad times with your friends Lewis and Jay? By the way, me and Lewis kept doing, like, as a joke when we were doing this stuff, we would do the old MTV, like, which is from 1987. And they were like, I guess the kids probably don't know that riff, huh?
What about this? A turkey blended sandwich?
But what's funny was we just kind of flipped a coin to see who had to do each different dare, and Lewis lost every single one except the drink. Every other one I would have done. I would have tried.
Yeah.
To do a thing, you know? And then it was like that drink a blend turkey sandwich, and I was like, I know this is the one I will lose. And I did. Yeah. And it's good, 'cause it makes for better television or auditioning. It really is hilarious. Later on, you're like, well, that was for absolutely nothing at all. Totally nothing. I'm bad. Things I hate the flavor of, like, I can't even have them, like, in my mouth. Like, I can't swallow coffee. Like, it just, my neck shuts off.
Wait.
My throat completely closes.
You don't drink iced coffee?
Not at all.
Did you drink coffee for a little bit?
Chai.
Oh, yeah.
There's always chai tea.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's just sugar and shit, though. It's delicious. But the flavor of coffee, I can't. Black licorice shuts me. I just can't. Yeah. I can't even chew it up. I'll just have to spit it out.
That's when someone's always like,
forever.
I like it. Like, someone else is like, no, I like black licorice.
I don't understand. Right. Anyone who says that's definitely lying. Or they grew up with their grandfather. Your grandfather, for some reason, was like, well, depression, you know.
You're the only person
black licorice sandwich.
You grew up with my granddad. No, you've never heard anybody go, none of my family was involved. My granddad raised me. Like, that's one that you never hear.
I was raised by my grandpa. It is always... Yeah, grandmother and aunt perhaps jumps in before grandfather.
No one's ever just been raised by their grandfather.
Because the grandfather's he's 2 generations now removed from giving a shit about wanting to live with a kid. Yeah. That's like, Grandpa, you'll take me in. He goes, see if your aunt will take you. But Grandpa, you have nothing going on. He goes, yeah, I kind of like it that way.
Yeah,
I just want to kind of relax and do my thing. Yeah.
You want some black licorice?
I don't even go, Grandpa, 6 of my friends come over, we're practicing music. You're like, bitch, Christ, bastard. We got nobody. Not one call, Lewis, from somebody who ate a baby chicken?
Black Lou ran out. Fresh eggs. Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Oh, yeah. But those two definitely aren't anywhere about actually trying to do it. I want to know if anybody did it. If anybody went through with it and ate the thing.
Oh, yeah, these two are just experts.
Would you, Lou, you don't strike me as I'll try it because it's like a culture here, are you?
No way. Because it'll ruin shit for me next time I try to eat anything close. That's why I couldn't watch that video of the chicken, of the egg.
Because it'll ruin you eating eggs now?
I love chicken. I don't want it ruined by that fucking freak show.
Oh, dude, cracking an egg for an omelet and just having like a dead carcass like roll out with the wings flapping. You go, ah!
I can't believe they made it this far.
That would freak me out so bad. What's the craziest thing Christine, do you know the craziest thing you've put in your mouth ever? Like, I say yeah.
All right. The ghost pepper.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Yeah, ghost pepper.
Isn't that
where
like
you put in your mouth and you're like, this is, but that was more like a heat. I'm talking about like something so grotesque, like gross. What's the grossest thing?
I just like won't eat it.
By the way, 400 tweets just went out that said Jay's dick.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I've never tried even like octopus.
Yeah,
I've had
you tried it with
octopus.
me.
Did I try it? I don't think I tried it. You tried Michelle's and I didn't try it.
I hated it.
Yeah, gross.
Because I felt the suction cups in my fucking mouth. Yeah. Exactly what I was afraid of. They told me wouldn't happen.
I've had it. I just had it. It was recent. Like you really see the suction cups and you see everything.
It's super tough.
Calamari though.
Yeah, like sauteed calamari.
Sure.
Ugh.
What?
Like sautéed calamari.
Yeah, seeing it.
Like the tentacles. Ugh.
It's got like those fucking eyes just looking at you.
When they're fried, they're great.
Hey, man.
Oh, fried calamari is the shit. But are there any of these calls? Tried them?
Ricky.
Let's just take one because we only have 3 minutes left. Ricky in California. Ricky, what's up, buddy? You're on the Bonfire.
Yo, what's up, dude?
What's up, brother?
Yeah, when I was a teenager, bro, my brother was in the Marine Corps, and he got sent over to Manila in the Philippines for about 6 months. So I went over to hang out when I was 15. I went over to hang out with him for a month during the summer, and we were doing a bunch of stupid shit with a bunch of his friends, and I ended up losing a bet and had to eat one of the balut eggs, dude. And I tell you what, the smell is horrible.
Ricky, are you flying in a convertible airplane right now? There was so much wind whipping by a phone call.
Are you about to drop a bomb?
I drive trucks for a living, bro.
No worries, but I understand. And you ate one. You did the whole thing.
Yeah. You crack it open and you like suck it down. But the problem is that sometimes you have to chew it and like you can taste the feet and the bones and all that shit.
And you feel it in your mouth.
Oh yeah. You'll crunch it. It's like you're crunching bones.
Did it gross you out, or did you attack it like a Viking warrior, like you just did it for everybody and then asked for their women? Now give me your women.
Nah, dude. I literally took I tried to take a bite of it. That was it, dude. That was it. I loved it. And since that day, I've never eaten. I don't even eat regular chicken eggs. I've never eaten another egg.
You've never eaten eggs before?
God.
I mean, or since. You haven't eaten eggs since at all?
No, I've never eaten another egg since then. It fucks me up, dude.
I totally understand it. You'll have fucking flashbacks. Every time you crack the egg to crack the egg into the bowl, you're just going to see that nightmare of seeing that little thing looking up at you.
You feel your heart dropping every time someone starts cracking an egg.
Oh, God. Ricky, thanks for the call, brother.
Horrible, dude, I'm telling you.
Thank you so much for calling in with that. Oh, man, I couldn't fucking imagine. I couldn't imagine. I wish I had the balls to try any of those things. Anthony Bourdain says it's great. You're not even not even a chicken thing, just like everything. He's always like, you've never had fucking fried yak, asshole? And you're like, I have not.
I don't even know where to go get it. And he's like, I know.
And he's like, I'll tell you where. Yeah, if you have to hike to get food, don't eat that food. Little word from Waffle Johnson, everybody. Waffle Johnson. Motherfucker, if you gotta hike to that shit, do not eat it. Waffle Johnson! Oh, they say pick your pants up, Waffle Johnson. I say, you don't know me, old man. You don't get me, old man. Tranny wear they pants sagging like a motherfucker. Waffle Johnson, first tranny comic in America. Nate, thanks so much for hanging out, buddy.
Hey, buddy, thanks for having me.
It was so good to have you here. What a cool surprise, everyone. Nate, again, you're going to be at the Stress Factory. That is tomorrow night, through Saturday. Go get your tickets at NateBargatze.com for that and all of his shows around the country. Dan Soder, again, going to be in Cap City, Austin, Texas, Thursday, November 30th through Saturday, December 2nd. Get your tickets for that and all Dan's shows at dansoder.com. And I'm going to be at Helium this weekend, everybody, starting tomorrow night through Sunday. I said before, don't hate me, please. Sunday, as soon as the show's over, I'm getting in a car and I'm driving right back so I can watch on DVR as I avoid the score. I'm going to watch the Cowboys. I'm leaving Philly to come back to New York with all my food, all my crazy food I'm going to have to go back to New York and watch the game on my couch. I got Vecchione coming over, Ari Shafir.
Vecchione's birthday today.
I know.
Happy birthday, Vic.
Happy birthday, Mike Vecchione. Yes, that is true. And also, happy we're late a day, but Josh Adam Meyer's birthday yesterday, who was here last week with us. And follow us, at always, at the Bonfire SXM on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. But if you're doing a meet, by the way, at Helium, I'm there tomorrow through, and I hang out, baby.
Tomorrow through Saturday.
I go outside, I meet the peeps. Everyone says they hate it. I just feel like I sound like a robot. I don't hate, they always go, oh, I know you hate this.
Yeah.
Cause I said what I hate about it is I feel like I keep going, thank you so much, and I mean it.
Yeah.
But I feel like by the third time someone hears thank you so much, they're going like, he just says thank you too much to everyone. Thank you so much to everybody. Yeah. Ingenuous piece of shit. But I do love it. Thank you guys so much. It's been a great week of the live shows. We got a great Lost Tapes for you tomorrow with Dan Soder we did this week, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll catch you next week, hopefully full force with Dan Soder. We'll be right back tomorrow. Not live. Lost Tapes. Monday. Waffle Johnson. I'm out.